Hello everybody. As you can see, I am taking piece by piece off. When I get to working on something, I end up taking more off than I need to. Since I had it in the garage and working on it, might as well do some other stuff. Pull the air filter box out, check the spark plugs. Every connector I'm finding, I'm putting electrical dye grease in them. Just keep any corrosion out. The weird thing I found out, even in the factory service manual right there, it doesn't tell you the gapping for these spark plugs. It tells you what type. So I don't know if they're pre-gapped from the factory. They're pretty wide. They're wider than my VFR gapping, which my VFR ranges from let's see, right here, my VFR, it says to go from, I don't think you're gonna be able to see it, let's see, 0.7 to 0.8 millimeters, which is in inches 0.028 to 0.032. You can have it between that range. It doesn't even tell you, so I gapped it to the 0.030 or 762 millimeters. That's a pretty far gap. I'll see how it runs. If it runs like crap, then I'll pull them and gap them how they were. The battery's is a little low from setting. I got this on the charger. Like I said, I'm pulling every connector and putting dielectrical grease on. I like the fuel tank setup. I don't like plastic connectors, but hell, even the fuel rail's plastic. I can't stand that. The good thing is that's a full tank. It's got a I guess a ball valve or something in it to keep it. It's a no drip. Well, it'll drip some when you pull it out, but as you can see, it's just sitting over there, not leaking everywhere. Let's see. Nothing crazy. Everything, she still runs fine. See, I think this is the ignition box. Let's see, you got those done. The fuel injectors. One thing I am irritated, I open the fly valves and I have crap on it, gunk building up on the valves. I swear it's the fuel in this area. It's got to be the fuel because it's on my VFR too, and I make sure I don't over oil my air filters. I lightly do it, and not too light, you know. I mean, if it's soaked on, you can put a paper towel on it and it soaks through. It's after you've let it set for a while, that's probably over oiled. But I make sure just to do I do 2 passes usually, just let it dry a little bit and then but, I mean, I stay away. I don't get it real close and I don't see it gunk up with the oil I spray on. So and especially when I took it out there, I mean, you could see right through the foam filter. So I mean, I know I didn't over oil it. So it's got to be the fuel. You know, I'm gonna blame it on the fuel. That's about it. I took the air box out. I have it on my vehicle sitting in the sun drying out. I just kind of got the hose on it, washed it out. Let's see what else. Yeah, let's see if you can even, I don't know what to do with my flashlight. Awesome. What does that do with it? There it is. You probably won't even be able to see down this, but let's see. Let's move these open and see if I can hold this and see. You can kind of see the gun. Let's see if I can. Yeah, sorry, it's a crappy camera. Okay. And it's hard to aim this light and there we go, right there. There we go. Yeah, it's hard to see. You can't see it, but I can see it. So yeah, that's got me a little irritated. Other than that, everything's good. Other than the battery, hopefully it'll fully charge. Just hopefully it doesn't have a dead cell or anything from sitting. It hasn't been sitting like long. It's just I'm gonna put this in my storage to get space in here. As you can see, I'm pretty tight in here. I did have this bad boy. Contemplating on installing it right now or not, since I don't really have. I want an auto tune to go with it, since the US model doesn't come with the oxygen sensor. Oops, I gotta put this back. I think this is, I haven't even looked, I think this is the tump sensor when you fall down, because it rattles, so I think that's what that is. Usually they're up there in on the control, but I think that's what that is. I'll have to look it up, because usually that's what it is. It's a ball that kind of goes back and forth, makes contact, shuts the engine off if it touches. Let's see, there's more connectors there. Good gosh, I haven't done those connectors. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Got the oil changed. As you can see, haven't run her yet. I've been so busy. I still gotta clean the chain and give her a bath first. I always bathe it first, and then God, this camera sucks. I always give it a bath first, and then I clean the chain first, give it a bath, and then pull the chain after it's dried off. That's the order I go. Other than that, that's pretty much it. What else I'm doing other than that? Nothing crazy. I guess I'll go ahead and install the power commander, since I got it. I kind of don't want to, because I want to make sure the battery's good. But then, if I don't, I have to take the tank off again and all that crap and get to this area. I don't think I have to take the air box off. I haven't really read the instructions. The only thing I hate about this, I really wish it would have came with a connector here, so you just pop it off, like the third, the Power Commander 3. Of course, the plugs were like up here. My VFR is just two big plugs. Of course, the VFR, they're just two big plugs into the harness. It didn't have injector plugs or anything. So I think, let's see what we got here. We got a ground wire there. We got the gray ones are the injector plugs. And I think this is the GPS. And hell, I don't even know what some of these are. Yep, I don't even know what some of these are. Anyways, that's that. Then you have, let's see, you have your USB port right here. Right there. And you have two ports for add-ons, like the LCD and all that. It's got special connectors, which really pisses me off, because I have the LCD for the third Power Commander 3, and it's LCD-100 or whatever. And they say it won't work on this Power Commander 5. I know I'd have to figure out the plug for this, but they say it won't. It looks the exact same. There's got to be like, I'm sure they can flash it or something. And these, you would stick wires in for like this coolant temperature, speed sensor, gear select sensor, some other stuff. You pull this off, and there's screws right here. There's two different ways. I guess this looks like this speed wire right there, the yellow. So it may be wired in. This is like optional. If it does, I guess if it's not wired in like this on your bike, you would use these. You tap into your harness wires, wherever the specific wire is. I don't really know. I haven't really read up on everything on this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So only two things I'm worried about is the battery, making sure it goes back up. I checked it before hooking it up, and it was at about 12.7 volts. Usually you want it at least at 13 or higher when just sitting, because you always want a good, nice charged battery to run your fuel injection. When you have a low battery that's not putting out good voltage, that affects your fuel injection more than you think it does. And then the valve's the gunk. So I guess I wish I would have known that. I would have run fuel injector cleaner before changing the oil, because you know that crap gets, you get crap goes past the piston rings and stuff, even on a new engine. So that's why we have to change oil, because the oil doesn't get bad, it's the contaminations. So yeah, I wish I would have known that. But like I said, you gotta take the tank off, gotta take the air box off, which sucks is it's one big piece. Like on my VFR, it's two shells. You got the bottom that stays bolted down to the throttle bodies, and then the top has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws, and you take it off and the air filter comes off. And then you got the bottom half. This one, it's the whole thing. 4 screws hold it on. The front, the whatchamacallit here, injects air into your exhaust, plugs there, and then it sits on the box. And then the very back of the box, it dips down here. It does that because that's the vent right there. That's the crank vent, and then the tube. There's a tube, and then it goes to the box. So you'll get oil flinging up through that on pretty much anything, any engine. You know, that's not bad. If you get excessive oil, then that's probably bad. It gets flung up here, and that's why they have it probably going down so far. So if there is a ton of it, it just sits down in the bottom half, and you don't have to worry about it sucking up. Because if they just ran a tube, say they left it flat and they left it tube, well, if you're at high RPMs, the oil would have to get over that. So I doubt it would suck it in, but it could like fling that oil up. So that's why they probably have it so far down. This is it. Let's see how far it goes down right there. Then that is a vent tube goes on that, which I have over there. And then here's your inlets, so they can suck in nice hot air off your engine and radiator. That's a nice feature. And that's where the that valve sits right there, and then the tube comes here over the air filter slot onto that little plate right there. That bolts down there. So this seems to be dry. That's good. So it'll sit there right there. It looks. Look at that. It's like they use like fudge to plug that in. That looks real tacky. But hey, you gotta save money somewhere. That's it. Well, I guess there's a third thing I could say that's irritating me is rust. I'm seeing little spots like right here. There was a little piece there, a little flake there. That was a while back. I just put the little touch-up paint there. You won't see that because the plastic thing goes right there. Where else did I see it? Oh man, pretty much anywhere there's a weld joint, the paint's not gonna stick, or it's gonna miss a spot, and you don't know about it, and then little rust spots form right there. That's not rust there, that's a thread locker there. Crap, I saw some other places. Can't even think of it. That irritates me. No, they don't really get, oh, the shock. Yeah, right there where they crimps, where it's crimped. Multiple spots. It's the whole whole damn thing under there. You can see a rust line forming there. That's awesome. I like that. That's for free too. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna do any synchronization, checking that. I don't really have the setup for that, so I won't do that. Well, I'm gonna shut up so I can get back to work.